Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you? Welcome back.
Good. Welcome back. Welcome to.
Right.
Queer.
I love how we both look at the sign. That's so funny.
Queer Films Revisited.
A queer cinema review podcast.
Where we dive a little bit deeper into the films we've already reviewed.
Yes, exactly. That we love, and more about the writers and our experiences with them.
A little bit
Directors, writers, and cast and crew.
behind the scenes, whatever we can gather.
Thank you.
So this is episode 5. Wow. The incredibly true adventure of two girls in love.
It is that movie. We did jump ahead in our movies.
Thank you. I was like, what is the underlying moment right now? Okay, so yeah, we were supposed to okay, so the next film in our chronological queer cinema reviews was
the
Itty Bitty Titty Committee. Okay, well, first of all, I will just say, if I had enough letters to do the incredibly true adventure of two girls in love, I did not have enough for Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
You did not have enough for Itty Bitty Titty Committee, and so we will just say until we get enough letters.
Yeah, that's the reason.
We will come back to that review. In the meantime,
there's just a lot to I guess we just weren't ready to revisit it.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
You know, there's sometimes
queer films revisited, and we're just not quite ready.
Yeah, to revisit it.
Yep, exactly. It wasn't quite on the trajectory of the films we are reviewing.
It just was not vibing. I'm really trying to redeem my past reviews. Good. Yeah, she was rough. 2020. 2020 me, yeah. Oh, for sure.
We were.
It's like I haven't lived life enough yet. So here we are,
2024,
watching. Or we got to. So we didn't just rewatch it. We watched the director's commentary.
We did. We watched the director's commentary,
where we learned a whole heck of a lot.
To this amazing film. Like, just
amazing. Kiss, right? I'm so impressed with the movies that we have reviewed, and I'm so glad we're going back through them, because I needed to be re-educated on the films. And so we're Candice. By the way, I'm Em.
And I'm Candice.
So, Candice, what did we learn about where this film originated from?
Well, like many classic films, it originated from the writers and directors' experience being the same person.
True.
So that's
and
where
what is her name?
Maria Magenti.
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah, fancy.
It is.
Yeah, this was apparently this was the movie she made, like, about her first girlfriend.
Actually dedicated it to her first girlfriend and said, "May our relationship finally rest in peace." And I was like, that's so perfect. So, it's like bow tied, and
it's so beautiful. Yeah, so she is the she said she came from the upper middle class lifestyle, and so the story, it's just so cute. Like
she said she's kind of more of the Evie character played by Nicole Ari Parker, and her girlfriend was more of the Randy Dean character played by Laurel Holloman. That's right.
Yeah. Laurel Holloman.
Who's just amazing. And we watched also the little bit of them revisiting the movie, and both of them aware of just like,
that was adorable.
How I mean, it's like 29 years ago now. Like, what a piece of cinema to have partaken in. And I mean, neither of them had, like, there was no, like, they were both very aware of, like, the beautiful queer love story that they brought to the cinema. So
it really is. It's it was really beautiful revisiting it, and watching that interview is where I learned that that actress is oh my gosh, what's her name?
Nicole Ari Parker.
Thank you. Nicole Ari Parker plays on And Just Like That.
Yes.
And Candice is like, and many other films. I was like, no, I know, but that's what I know her from now. And so that's wild that she's just had such a strong career, and her acting is so fantastic.
Yes, it is. Like I love seeing them too, like still making stuff. It's like, amazing.
They it's really beautiful because they were like actors. Like, yeah, they take it very, very seriously. And I really loved hearing that when the Nicole Ari Parker, what's the character's name? Evie and Randy. Thank you. I know Randy. I see Randy's name like on the note.
Randy Dean.
But she was talking about how for Evie's character, the actress basically wrote her a letter and was like, I am Evie. I have to play this. I have to play this role.
Yes.
And I just think that's so awesome when, you know, sometimes people may think like it's not worth reaching out and making that extra effort. And it's like, if this is something that's meant for you, you reach out and you say what you're truly, truly feeling. And
it's always worth that extra effort. Like,
it's such a cute movie. It's
so good. And if I recall correctly, for the director's commentary, nobody got paid. Like, the budget was $65,000. So I mean, maybe the, you know, actresses got paid, but like I'm assuming, minimally,
right? Because she wrote that this was her film school movie,
right? That's right. This is from NYU.
She went to NYU. I mean, it makes sense because it's set in New York, but
yes. And as she said, she hates to drive, so they got as far out of Manhattan as she could possibly tolerate.
That's right.
Or being driven because she doesn't drive.
That's right.
Which was also another cute thing, finding out like
about the Range Rover.
Yeah, that like, so she, you know, took her neuroses of not driving and put that into Evie's character, which Nicole Ari Parker actually has the same fear and won't drive. Any scene that it appears as though she's driving, it's being towed or pushed. And if the car is moving and it's a far shot, it's the wardrobe lady.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was just like amazing. So like she like, you know, put her neuroses on this character, and then the actress portraying the character is like, ooh, really true. I have the same thing. That's
funny. I didn't catch that one, but
yeah, I thought that was like really cute. And so just that story of like, if the car's moving, she's not driving it.
Yeah. No, I do love that about director's commentary, because like you're watching every scene and they're like, see right there?
Yeah.
Car's not being driven.
Oh my God. Like, yeah, when they're, because the montage shot or transition shots to, because it literally was like, that director's commentary was essentially like a film school cheat. You know what I mean?
I totally agree. It was kind of the like masterclass cliff notes of like,
it really was.
Yeah, we really learned so much about that. I loved where she was saying how if it wasn't for the producer, there wouldn't have been establishing shots. I know, cat hair flying everywhere.
I know. I'm looking to the side. It's because I'm like, please be good, kids.
Be good.
But yeah, I thought
she wouldn't have created any establishing shots, you know, where you see the whole gas station at first and then the close up of them inside. Like, and I love that because she's like, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
So
the producer definitely saved her on that. The idea of the transition shots to get from scene to like scene, if you're not really able to like film kind of the entire story. So they were doing like overhead shots to try and make their very limited shots they were able to film interesting. And so there's this one overhead shot when they're above, the camera's above the locker, and she said the DP was literally being held by two PAs, and I was just like, this is so film school, because they were going to try and do that on my capstone and suddenly closer, but I'm like, whereas I feel like maybe in the 90s they were a little more like, yeah, let's go for it. Like, I saw that and immediately was like, stop. No, we do. This is,
you're like,
get him off the wall. This is, please, that camera is, and no. So
I'm playing this tape through. Please stop it.
It felt really awesome. I'd be like, okay, so that does happen. And they shot their shot and it looked good.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, lots of overhead shots.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's really impressive because they're not, and then they used the heck out of the dolly they had. And that was really impressive with the like pans and everything to kind of like,
it was very, very well done.
Mm-hmm.
And really awesome listening to her talk about how, like the one shot of Evie's house, she said they didn't even actually get a good shot of the house. It was the camera person adjusting and checking the focus.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all like choppy and bouncy and stuff. But
because she didn't get establishing shots, thank God the DP got that shot.
Yeah.
And so thank God you record everything. And so she was able to get the establishing shot of Evie's house.
She mentioned it in a couple different spots where I can't specifically think of any, but just like, she's like, oh, this was just extra film. We didn't have, I think you're saying that for like transition shots.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just very rewarding to listen to it. And it was just her.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no like pitter patter. Like,
exactly.
I just realized that of
when the actors are involved, it can get a little convoluted because I think people want to let them speak for sure, but it is usually the director's commentary. So
I was like, it's not their movie.
And sometimes they'll have two, which is really fancy, and so I think that's really cool when they're able to have that. But I think first and foremost, the director's commentary is important. And I mean, like letting us know, like she said in that the budget was $65,000. Checked Wikipedia, it says $250,000, but the source is not her.
Right.
So
from the horse's mouth, she said.
From the horse's mouth. And I'm gonna guess by her producer, Dolly Hall. I don't think she was like, don't worry about it, just call it 65. I'm pretty sure she was like, oh, this movie cost $65,000 to make. Like, so, and also if it's her film school project, she's very aware of the budget, which, like, speaking of like how intense producers are,
right,
one scene where she's like, so this is kind of where we were limited with that, and so they and this is what I was talking about with the pan, is that the producer came into the location, was like, you have 25 minutes to get what you need done. And I think they said still had a couple hours or something.
Yeah.
And was like, and then it has to shut down. Like, for that night, nobody could go over, like, it can not be over budget. So obviously people were getting paid.
Right.
Yeah.
But she means like, you're getting compensated basically for the time you're putting into making this film, which was 21 days.
21 days, yeah. And I was thinking about that. 21 days, okay, $65,000. Excuse me, I don't know inflation rate, so I'm not going to go there. But the intervention, 18 days, $450,000.
Right.
One location. It just gave me such a perspective of like, oh my God, what
she squoze out of this.
Whoa.
Yes. Well, she mentioned the motel was abandoned.
The motel was abandoned. All school shots were taken in one day because they had one day access to the school. That house, all I think it was Randy's house was 3 days, or was it Evie's house? One of those locations they only had for 3 days. So, I mean, it was just...
The one in Bronxville.
I think that was it. And so it just felt awesome, like hearing the breakdown of the budget of like, we had this for 3 days, we had this for 1 day, this was abandoned, so it was free, which was news to me. So I was like, oh, hello, abandoned.
I think she said the gas station was also abandoned, and I'm like, oh damn. All of those
locations, like, that's a lot of locations in 21 days.
A school and 2 abandoned places
and 2 houses
and
then the bedroom and different locations in the house, not even like one, like, wow.
Yeah, she really and I love how she was mentioning, it reminded me of our work on Suddenly Closer, our pilot that we created. she was saying that everything in the house was theirs. She's like, everything you see was brought from my house or the crew's house, because you have to decorate the set, and they did such a good job. I'm like, oh, so that's what it looks like when you fill a set. And so I thought that was really cool too.
Oh, no, exactly. Like, you know, because she was saying how it looked completely different. And another cool thing to like the Times, like they got their locations through the LGBT Yellow Pages.
That's right.
Because there used to be the LGBT Yellow Pages, like because businesses, you know, that were allies or also gay and lesbian owned, you know.
How cool.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. And so they utilized that to get their locations.
Let me see if I have any other notes. They also, there were rumors that it was a porno being filmed. What is with these gay films where they think it's a porno?
Yeah.
And so she said there was a lot of looky-loos, like a lot. She's like, literally off camera, there are a bunch of people just standing there watching. Like she, you know, and you can't get rid of them sometimes. What are you gonna?
They didn't have a lot of power, so they're really just
like it's an abandoned gas station.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was funny.
Gas in this movie was $1.17.
That should tell you something about the times.
The Riot Girls actually said no to being on the soundtrack.
They did.
So they're allowed to use it in the movie, but they didn't want to be on the soundtrack.
No, the people they used, I think she was saying also there was other music she wanted to. She was saying the bands who she was commending the bands we were hearing. Yeah. Because she had asked other bands like L7 and things like that, and they didn't want to participate in it because of whatever. But we know
I'm not trying to roll my eyes. I totally did. But
like Bikini Kill and Sleater-Kinney, I think are both there. So
yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. But you know, kind of just fight the power.
Fight the power. Shoot your. You said yeah. So you know, it's all in like shoot yourself in the foot. You know. Because I mean, this movie is epic, and I think the presence of, you know, I think it's Rebel Girl and Joey Ramone and Cole Schmull, like they all come in at the right time. You know what I mean? Like they all work. It's not just like
no. That's what we were saying in the review, that the music is very well timed.
Right? Because we had just watched another film where it wasn't.
I have a last note on my pages that you noted that the female filmmakers, oh no, she said it, female filmmakers always do mirror shots.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
She's like, I don't know what that is. It's like, because there's such a depth going on there that I think even women know, like, it's not just who we're looking at, it's the further depth.
Yeah. I think Suddenly Closer was like an inch away from a mirror shot.
Right. You can see a mirror in it, but it's not a mirror shot.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I do love the bathroom scene in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't believe Randy's smoking. It's just so like...
Oh my God, Laura. Yeah. No. Like, they're adorable. Like, I was going to say, like, which of those characters, like, would you have wanted to be or have had a crush on in high school?
Out of those two? Yeah. I would probably have a crush on Randy.
I literally was like, like Randy just emulates such like a cool, like, just I don't care, like, vibe or whatever. And I was like, see, I would be the person where you're like, who's the weird girl in the back?
No,
who's just like, who's like, this is pretty cool. Their friendship they have. Hope to be a part of one of those someday. Like, her,
no, I think you emulate the exact same energy of Randy and the way of like, I don't buy. Yeah, right. Like it's Randy is not this like.
Fuck no.
Yeah, so you get it. In the way of like, I don't really believe her when she's smoking cigarettes, but she's smoking. Like, she's like, oh, no, I got him. You want one? So I'm like, no, she's not cooler than you. I think you guys are equivalently cool. If that is a compliment, and then I'm saying, like you asked, who would you have a crush on? And it would be Randy. And then you're like, oh, Randy's cool. No.
No, Randy's not cool.
Not cooler than you. No, Randy's not cooler than you. You guys
Podcast are. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
my wife.
I love you. Yeah, no, I was just thinking, I was like, the way like that, her like self-acceptance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if that person existed in my high school,
if that person looked at me,
like, see, I would have just been like, wow, so freaking cool. Like, yeah. So I thought that was like really cool to see, like, this person who, like, her and who, I know his name is Nelson. I'm trying to remember the character's name.
Oh, yes. The guy with the glasses in the movie, that is so cute. I didn't write. Is it pulled up? I think you said you had the mold.
I did.
The mold of it pulled up so we could see. What were you gonna bring up about him? I just an angel he was,
literally, and I loved the relationship they had together. Yeah. Frank, that was it.
The character,
yes, the actor's Nelson Rodriguez, and he did pass away shortly after this film was released, and
I think she said he wasn't even able to see it.
I don't know if he was able to like see it, but it was like after completed. Yeah, and so that is very sad. But he was apparently a very well-known drag queen in New York City, so that's pretty cool. Right. I was like, he definitely like was working something. So I always loved his character, like the way. The stress when when he's stuck in the middle, like, because the aunt has called and was like, where is she? And he's like, oh, in the shower, let me have her call you back. And then it's like that he calls, and then it's like Evie's mom, and she's like, who is this? And he's like, oh God. And just I loved it, like, because and it was filmed in the corner of a room in the abandoned like hotel or motel,
right.
I was so much like information in that commentary.
It really lets us know, like, when you put in the time and you pick good actors. Oh my God, excuse me. But we know from experience, like, our little TV pilot, like, phenomenal. Yes. We found 5 amazing actresses and actors. Are they just all actors now? We just say actors. Yeah. It always feels weird when I say actresses.
I think just hearing the commentary, so that's how Maria Magenti was referring to.
Because they're just actors. Yeah. Thank you. Pardon. I can understand how in something small having a powerful cast. And so just everyone flows so well, even like Evie's friend group, like just the perfect
like those diner scenes.
Yeah, she was saying that the girls were so nice. They didn't want to be saying all these mean things to her. And she's like, girls, you're acting right now. Right. This is a movie. They're like, we don't want to say these mean things to her. And I thought that was funny. I thought that was really sweet.
I love that. So there was even more scripted moments that were supposed to happen that were like hate speech towards Randy, and
couldn't get anyone to do it. Yeah, in the beginning, couldn't get anyone to scream.
Yeah,
out the window.
Yeah, and the producer actually had to do it because
was that the producer who was doing it?
Because the producer, the footage again, you're recording everything. That's the producer trying to show the actor
how to do it.
And the actor still wasn't able to get the right tone. So it's like,
So it's the producer.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I love it.
Yeah, that is Ms. Dolly Hall. yelling out the window.
I just hear the director saying she was all too happy to be screaming out, "You fucking dyke."
Yeah.
So
she did it so well.
Yeah, no, she said it right. Not like she Yeah. It's
which, I mean, Dolly Hall will say, like, produced other great queer films, High Art, and oh my god, did my mind just go blank because is it Itty Bitty Titty Committee?
That sounds about right.
There's another one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So do we have any information on the critical response of this film?
Yes, this film has received critically well, except for these two younger queers.
Shut up! Oh my god, I know everyone else loved this film except for, who was it? Queer Cinema Review. God.
And we gave it 3 thumbs. I think we were pretty critical. So
Anything Said Productions, more like anything.
Just stopped.
I don't know. I'm just gonna stop myself right now.
But Roger Ebert,
he did say
he gave it, I guess he went 2 stars. What's
2 stars?
Sorry.
I thought it was 2 thumbs up.
Exactly. So Siskel and Ebert were thumbs. I'm assuming after Siskel passed, he went to stars because it was a review of 3 to 4 stars. And 3 out of 4 stars.
Oh, 3 out of 4?
Yes.
Not 2?
No.
You did.
No, I said, I guess he went 2 stars from thumbs.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're like, no.
He's like, because I only got 2 thumbs.
Yes.
All right.
Can't speak for the other man, so, yeah.
No.
So then
all right,
he said he liked it a lot. He thought it was, really cute, sweet, and then noted that the MPAA rating R was just ridiculous because, as you said, it's totally not.
It's so innocent. It could be.
And I'm like, there's underage drinking and smoking weed. So, I mean,
because I was about to say, I was like, it could be a Disney Channel film. And then I'm like, well, I would have loved if this was on the Disney Channel as a kid. I would have been like, I think I'm figuring things out a little faster. Motocross could only do so much for me. But this, I mean.
Really? I did not see this in 95. And, honestly, when I did first see this, like, thinking of that, I did not respond to it well. And I think because.
Really?
Yeah, because I was, like, younger. I was, like, younger.
Yeah. So you were 15 when it came out, but
I think I probably saw it, like, maybe when I was, like, 17 or 18.
Okay.
And because it was so just, like, honest and love.
No.
That I like, honestly was just like, it's weird.
Really?
No. Yeah. And so I did not really get down with it at first. I did not respond to it like the way I did with, like, Better Than Chocolate, where I'm like, I just really don't like this. It was kind of like, just
Better
like
Than Chocolate.
I knew it was emotionally above my intelligence at that time, and it was so I mean, like. What I loved was the family storylines. I thought, like, I grasped those.
The families
and I thought
all
that was
really
cool.
cute.
Yeah. So that was definitely the, like, really cool thing that I was able to relate to. And then not until later was I like, wow,
understand
the way she was able to encapsulate this. And now that we know they had 4 weeks of rehearsal, so a crazy low budget, which means your cast or your crew and all your equipment, that's the, like, really expensive stuff. But, like, that their emotional bond was so there because they had 4 weeks of rehearsal prior to filming.
I do appreciate her note that I probably want to carry into filming in the future of how, because it was filmed chronologically, and she said, she's like, people don't usually do that, and she said, but it was, and the girls were very, very attached, and she said, like, so the end of the film, she's like, it was half acting, half them being very emotionally charged and very not ready to let this movie go. And I thought that was very interesting because, I guess I would have thought, like, oh, that'll be good. They're emotionally charged. And it's like, you want them acting as the characters,
right? Being
emotional, totally fine. Not to the point where it's like, if they're so emotional, why don't they fight for each other and to be together in the end? Because that always kind of, like, literally I was thinking about that. I was like, and so they just go their separate ways at the end.
We don't see that. It ends with them holding each other's ears silent, while everyone's the chorus is,
Right. I guess that's how I interpreted it then, of like, well, I mean, we know they don't end up together.
Why?
Because she said, this goes out to my girlfriend.
Oh, the writer and director. Oh, okay. I was like, I envision it like Grease and Danny and Sandy are flying away in whatever car that is. And I was like, what do you mean we don't know?
Okay, cool. I'll take it. I will.
I was like, haven't you seen the L
No,
word?
you know what? That's great. Have I seen the L word?
I'm like, no.
This is the first movie in our L word trilogy.
No, I totally think that, I don't think it ended there.
Okay.
In my head and heart, it did not end there.
Okay.
Maybe in college, stuff gets strained with Evie and all that stuff. Sure, but
Randy, maybe there's I was
like, Randy would have quit the gas station and said no,
moved anywhere for her.
Exactly, and then it would have become too much, and it, all that stuff. So, but we got to leave it right there on their first adventure. Before it was adventures, because I always have said the incredibly true adventures of
same. I think that's what I'm saying in the review, but it is the incredibly true adventure period.
Yes, as they go on one
of Two Girls and Live. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you find any extra notes?
I did, because to kind of harken back to, as I was saying, the film school cheat. So
it was listening to her.
Yeah. So in the director's commentary, they had, such a low budget. I think a ridiculous amount went on them getting the rights to use an album cover that was the Rolling Stones.
Yes.
But there's an excerpt where they're reading Rita Mae Brown's Ruby Fruit Jungle. Mm-hmm. And so to get the rights at a reduced rate, she sent her letters, several letters, just kind of explaining everything and just asking please, can we just use some of it? And so I thought that was really cool. Don't, again, be afraid to just shoot your shot.
Right. I was going to say, just this movie, I guess, had that kind of essence to it, because that's what we were saying about Evie's, the actor that played.
Right. Nicole Ari Parker.
Right now. Yeah. I don't know why I'm acting like three names is too much to say. Nicole Ari Parker. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Nicole Ari Parker. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it just had that sort of energy to it, and that's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah, no, very DIY in the sense of this is, not kind of the pre-production crew, production and post-production, which also to say, they filmed for 21 days. They were in post for 6 months because another thing couldn't always pay for the editing room, so they would get to use it after hours. So they had to do a slow and steady approach to it.
I love it. I'm so down for that. It's very inspirational for, we want to make films and do that stuff. So I really like guerrilla, what do they call it? Guerrilla filming, where they're just you gotta go and just get what you can get. And, you lose that when the productions get bigger and more Hollywood. Right. And, but the small ones are the ones that affect people so deeply. And I think that's because they're usually made from the true stories. And I realize, it's the bigger production films that's, I feel have less personal stories to them. Not all of them, but that's where they start getting to fanciful and action. And it's not all action movies are based on true stories.
Right. Captain America. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. Maybe all the Marvels are based on true stories. I don't know.
Little do we know, they're based on truth.
I'm color me informed. Yeah.
So, this film, what does it mean to us?
Honestly, I think I understand any apprehension for a younger person, or perhaps somebody not fully comfortable with who they are, like as far as sexuality and love. But like now, to me, it's truly just one of the best queer like teenage coming of age love stories. Like literally it nails the awkwardness down. It shows the like them developing love from holding hands, like, you know what I mean? It's adorable and so sweet,
so cute. Yeah, I like the awkwardness, like the shot she gets of their feet when she's like at the gas station and just like she's like afraid to like put air in the tire and like
yes
you know, so it's cute. It's better than I thought. It really made me want to write my own like coming out story and realizing like I haven't ever like, you know, it just inspires me to write all my stories and stuff. So
no, it is very inspirational and aspirational, and just to know that just those cheats of like, you know, hard work. There was probably so much pre-production in this, like 4 weeks of rehearsal. That means
if it was her school project, I'm sure she worked on it for like
right, because that's what I mean, like with the capstone, just all the pre-production work, having to like do that stuff. Like, so I know she had like, so when they came in, like crew and everybody with the equipment, it was like lights and camera go here, because
we have no time. We got 25 minutes
exactly,
and this producer will cut us off.
That story, I don't think I finished it, but like, so when the producer came into set and said, and this is from what she said, you know, Maria Magenti told her, you have 25 minutes to get the rest of the shot. And so within that 25 minutes, she goes outside to smoke a cigarette, have a nervous breakdown.
Right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right. She's like, so I went out, I had a smoke, and I was like, you had 25 minutes left. And she said, and I needed that 5.
Yeah, exactly.
So for 20, so they just did a long shot for 20 minutes straight. They just filmed them all in the kitchen and just doing all the ruckus and commotion and everything,
making it look like they're talking but not actually talking, so they could edit around it and put it back, you know, kind of put it in, slice it in. Because after talking with the sound person on her smoke
that's right
it was like, how can we achieve this? And so they were like, well, let's not mic them for this, because that's booming, all that stuff. So it's just like, just make it look like, you know, let's get their sound after, and we'll just keep doing this dolly pan of, you know, them getting dinner ready. And then there was the you know, slow up and down, I think, of the girls, or not up and down, just up. So
and they did after smart. What's that called? AR, after filming, recording.
Yeah, ADR.
ADR, there we go. But yeah, so they did that, and it just, the tricks of film is so cool.
The fact that they were filming, I think she said, out front of that house, and the homeowner didn't know. Because she said, I think the homeowner wouldn't appreciate it that it was 2 girls kissing. But it was just so perfect, because the awkwardness of that scene of them, like, you know, like she said, their legs like really like played into this, because they're just kind of like almost Bambi in a way, like still learning how to like figure out where our legs go, you know.
And so as we were listening to the commentary, it really, I didn't realize, I was like, it was just a one long static shot. And it's like, you know, it's great to have coverage, but when you're telling the right story and you have the right actors, just get the shot.
Right, because I never, like, you know, rewatched it, and no part of me was like, ooh, could have really used that. Had she not had the establishing shots her producer insisted on, sorry. I would, it's like my shoulder.
Jam.
Had she not had those, then I think it'd be like, oh wait, where are they? What's happening? I mean, an establishing shot is so important to like, oh, they're at the gas station now.
Yes, because all of a sudden she's like, if I had it my way, they were just clicking in and looking at everyone's face, and she made a lot of good notes.
No, it was, and if I ever get the chance, I want to know, because she said she did not storyboard, which I think is very interesting. She said she did a very intentional shot list, or detailed shot list.
Right. So that's where you see the storyboard in your head and you just write it out and you're like, I don't have time to draw it or have the ability to.
I guess so, yeah. So, because the storyboards, it's painful, but so resourceful. So I'm really curious if that's just her method, or if, because she noted she didn't do them. So if she didn't say though necessarily if she would do that again. Do you know
any of her other films?
Maria Magenti.
What did I say? Maury Mariani.
American television series Without a Trace. Her film Puccini for Beginners, which I recall. So yeah.
That's okay. So, let's go back and re-review our thoughts on The Incredibly True Adventure of Two Girls in Love.
Yes.
I liked it. No, I wasn't too harsh. I do make some comments, I guess, somewhere where I'm like, well, I don't know about the acting. I'm like,
I think that was before we had our casting experience and stuff like that.
It was before a lot.
So, you're well aware now of range.
Yeah, she talked about the chemistry read between the two girls, which
vital.
We refer to frequently when we did our pilot of that chemistry read literally is what gave people their roles and their relationships. So, no, the actors are amazing. They did fine. Good God. I think, I liked it. I only gave it a 1.5 thumbs. You gave it a 1.5 thumbs, which just come on. These movies are 4 thumbs. Let's just get over
100%.
Girl.
Yeah.
So, updated feelings is that the movie is amazing. It is way better than I thought.
The chemistry between the actors, it was shot on film. It didn't feel like any wasted. There's no part where I'm like, oh, I don't have to pay attention here. Every part of it is vital to the story and a joy to watch because there's such good acting. So every character, the aunts, Evie's mom, even the lady at the gas station, everyone is
the girl
acting.
she's dating,
and her husband. Everyone is. I'm 27 years old.
Right.
You're like,
the director's no,
she's like, so that's a joke. And it's
okay. Get it, Randy.
So I really think that pure joy from beginning to end. And,
when we were done watching the director's commentary, I was immediately like, I want to watch the movie now. We've just been very busy.
Yeah.
We actually got a lot going on at home. And so this has been awesome that we've gotten to sit down. And
yes, it's a lot
in the middle of the night when it's quiet.
And we're not taking care of land stuff. And so,
these are a pleasure of just getting to sit and talk about these amazing movies. And so, because that's what I was saying. I wanted to rewatch the movie, but realized,
right. No, we haven't. It's been very, getting ready and getting everything together. But again, when we get to do this, it is such a joy, and it makes me so happy because. They're great movies, and I love getting to revisit them.
It's been so enjoyable that's why we just had to kind of skip Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
Yes.
So we could...
I want to be able to review it better.
Yeah, truly. I don't know. Who knows how we're going to see things in a year from now.
Exactly.
We'll tack that one on to season 2.
Brain's going to be...
Oh my God. I had no idea that this movie...
Idea. Wow.
That's what I'm
When
hoping.
you say that...
Let's check out those comments. Oh, they're here. Okay. I was like, let's check out those comments. All right. And these are them for this?
Yeah.
So we got a new subscriber off of this review.
We did.
Hello, Nina Selwell.
Hello, Nina.
Hello, Nina. Thank you for subscribing. We hope you're checking out this review.
Yes, please subscribe. We are trying to keep these up. Thank you.
So happy to see you've covered this favorite of mine. You're welcome, Nina.
Yes.
Somebody named Handsome Betty said, ha ha ha, say Laurel Holloman again.
She is Handsome Betty. She's...
What a troll. And then we have at Soul222, where can I watch the movie? Good question. We owned the DVD and someone said you can watch it on YouTube. Thanks, Sprinkles.
I love the fact that somebody chimed into that to help that person.
I know, saw it and we're like, cool. I'm stepping up.
Yes.
So apparently you can watch it on YouTube. It's available. Its availability varies, and it's
you always got to be a little, aware of what you're getting on YouTube.
True. Sometimes it's patchy.
Oh my gosh! Like I am hoping by the time it comes time to revisit Stranger Inside, we have a better copy than what we watched on. Which again, it's such a great movie. I will watch it on 480p. But I hope that somewhere there's a better copy floating around by that time. That would be great. HBO.
Yeah, no, I just had this like vision in my head of like actually being able to like redistribute these films in the future and actually getting to like help raise money for those, because like a lot of them don't even exist anymore in print and people can't find them.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm here to save the day for all the queer old movies. And I say old, I mean, like you said, 29 years ago.
29 years ago. That's amazing.
Amazing. Are there any quotes from this film that really stick out in your head? I think you listed a few, but
no.
Because I didn't actually listen to the film this time. I read the, closed captioning and listened to her.
Yeah. I think the friends being like, so we have to just sit with you telling us that you're gay and we can't tell anybody?
Right, right.
I don't have the quote, but I just thought that was just such a like Heather's moment of like, that's so selfish of you to not let us gossip about your gay ass.
Right. She's like, no, you can't tell other people. Yeah, that one's good.
And nice car.
Nice car.
I do love a good,
There's one I'm trying to think of. No, that's fine. Oh well. We'll try and remember it later, but I loved it.
Yes.
This movie is perfection. We hope that everyone gets to see it again soon.
Yes.
I think it's... Sorry, I was going to say, I don't know if we should mention anything about like what we're doing next episode or anything, because we don't always know what we're doing.
It's best to not hold us accountable to these things,
because we may not want to do that film at that time.
Yes. What you call artist.
We are artists. So
not now. Yeah.
But I do want to say we are doing another queer cinema review very soon. So to all of our Simple Podcast audio only listeners,
yes, we do have a queer cinema review coming out with the new Dakota Johnson film. Is it I'm Not Okay?
Am I Okay?
Am I Okay? Written by Tig Notaro and her wife Stephanie Notaro.
That's not her last name, but
okay, yes, I do. I was like,
but she's married to her.
Yes,
So
I was like, so Tig and her partner Stephanie. Yes, I think that is amazing.
So excited. Yeah. So yeah, we do queer cinema reviews. They are videos on YouTube, yes. And that's what is this Queer Film Revisited podcast is based on.
Correct. Our prior reviews, in which we are going to keep continuing to do.
Correct.
So yeah. So
check those out. We got plenty of reviews in the can already that you can go check out on YouTube. Thank you for listening to
Queer Films Revisited. Yes, sorry.
Episode 5 of
Queer Films Revisited.
You just were so excited to say it. So thank you, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure.
An absolute pleasure and joy to spend this time and to watch this film.
And enjoying the deep dive to our ladies, lovers, and listeners. Thank you. I'm trying so hard not to say my don't get wet line.
I was like, I'm waiting for it. So then I'm just like, ladies, lovers, and listeners.
That was the last outro. Fine. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive and you didn't get too wet.
Never know for you. I love you.